Bine ați venit în experimentul 3 minute de nefăcut nimic. Mulți oameni de știință și filozofi îngrijorați pe criza de lumii de azi susțin că dacă am reușit cu toții să ne oprim câteva clipe din activitatea noastră frenetică de zi cu zi și am contemplat ceea ce este în jurul nostru, dându-ne mai mult timp pentru gândire, luna se ajunge către la sine de rănile pe care le-am produs. Prin acest experiment încercăm să descoperim dacă suntem capabili să facem asta sau nu. Vă rugăm să intrați în laborator, să completați formularul de consimțământ, să vă așezați pe perna albă în orice poziție doriți, în așa fel încât să vă simțiți cât mai confortabil și să nu faceți nimic timp de 3 minute, să cât mai nemișcați cu putință. 3 minute de nefăcut nimic. Super!
Dreams, by definition, are some of the most complex laboratories of thoughts and some of the most efficient trainings for the unexpected. Dreams are surprising perspectives over our daily reality. Sometimes they are exposing in front of our minds some windows widely and wildly opened to the possibility of other realities. Realities revealed to humans only by the process of dreaming, or by the process of art making, or by some top scientific thinking. Some days ago, in the spring of 2021, I decided to invite some of my friends artists, actors, choreographers, visual artists and musicians to a friends' feast, in which to contemplate together the possibility of smoothing, with the help of some performative exercises, the rough and discriminating relations of power in our societies, providing thus a training that might dissolve the unfairness into fairness, and in some cases even the hatred into love. Imagine a collective practical dream of an end of a human world and the beginning of another. A social dreaming gathering of contemporary artists. This invitation came out of my need to join, from a contemporary art and artist's perspective, the huge chorus of 15,364 scientists from 184 countries that signed, 4 years ago, in 2017, Warning to Humanity, a Second Notice. This manifesto was the continuation of the first notice, called World Scientists' Warning to Humanity, penned in 1992 by the Union of Concerned Scientists, with more than 1,700 independent scientists, including the majority of Nobel laureates of that time. These two moments marked the hugest gathering of brain power ever to happen on the face of Earth. Both cautioned that a great change in our stewardship of the Earth and the life on it is required if vast human misery is to be avoided. Stewardship of the Earth is used here with the meaning of taking care of caring for, of doing the necessary things for someone who needs help or protection, of treating something in such a way that it stays in good condition. In one word, of loving. The distance between humanity and its vast misery can be accurately measured by our capacity of loving the Earth and the life on it. As simple and as elegant as that. So, a question follows. Is humanity trained to listen to the voice of its scientists? Does a huge chorus of more than 15,000 scientists sound more percussive than the voice of barely 100 main characters of the political, economic and religious nowadays world and of their followers? Unfortunately, some psychosocial or cognitive experiments, like those of Stanley Milgram or more recently of Stephen Sloman, show that more than 70% of people are not familiarized enough with the practice of listening to their own brains, instead of proudly repeating the ideas of their leaders. Can science and contemporary art change that? Can they enhance the reasoning, mainly the practical reasoning of people on a larger scale of population, providing mental infrastructures that might change the societies we live in and the political games it plays to some more complex, non-linear, non-discriminatory ones? Maybe yes, maybe no. But one thing is certain, there's no reason not to try this possibility. So I proposed a game called How on Earth Shall We Do That? A simple game in which we, the different ones, the marginal, the sensitive, the open-minded, the tolerant ones, can gain a future or not.
We need more understanding of human nature, because the only real danger that exists is man himself. He is the great danger, and we are pitifully unaware of it. We know nothing of man, far too little. His psyche should be studied, because we are the origin of all coming evil.
This interview was taken some months before Jung's death, some months before Adolf Eichmann's trial, some months before Hannah Arendt's insights about the banality of evil, and just some months before Stanley Milgram started his experiment on obedience. So much more is now known about human behavior and about human mind than in 1960. So much more. What we lack is incorporating and practicing this knowing at a larger social and political level. Because if Carl Gustav Jung, Hannah Arendt, Karl Popper, Aldous Huxley, or other contemporaries of last century's wars and totalitarian regimes would ask us if we used the last half of century to avoid any turning back to undemocratic nightmares, what shall we answer? Our freedom, respect for human rights, social justice, democracy, just empty words used in false sentences? Or do we perform, practice them in our daily life? Did we learn from kindergarten the equal rights mental infrastructures and choreographies? Did we learn it well enough not to miss the steps and fall down again? Did we encourage in our schools logical and problem-solving approaches instead of growing and nurturing unquestioning conformity reflexes? Did we train enough our multiple viewpoints thinking and our empathic mirror neurons in order to understand and even to love other possibilities and forms of living? To understand and even to love the spectacular polyphonies of the world? No. We didn't. We rather behaved as a mad cherry tree eager to win all competitions and to see only cherry trees growing everywhere on earth. My dearest friends, let's bring some practical solutions, performative as well as poetical, to change this. Let our game begin.